Welcome, everybody. My name is Laura Kansu, and we are back for yet another live stream Monday. Thank you so much for joining me today as we talk about today's topic, which will be the new FAFSA, how to fill it out. I'm going to be giving out some important tips regarding this important topic because, as some of you may know, or maybe you don't know, if this is your first time watching us, the FAFSA form is going to be different this school year. So if you're a senior, if you have students who are currently seniors in high school, and you are planning to go to college next year, if your student is planning to go to college next year, it's important to know about these changes. It's important to know that for the 2024-2025 FAFSA form, which is the form that your students should be completing if they are seniors in high school at the moment, it's changing. And there's going to be some different stuff going on as opposed to the prior years, because usually the FAFSA, as a matter of fact, like the first change, which I can share right now, it usually is already open. In the past years, the FAFSA has been available October 1st, but this year, one of the biggest difference, if not the biggest difference, is that it's not going to open until December. So that's a very big difference, because a lot of people probably, thought that they had to complete it already, or it is too late, but it's not too late. So that's the first change, and I will get into the other changes as we go through this presentation. But before I get into that, I would like to say hello to you guys. If you guys have any questions, if you want to talk about, not talk about, but if you're going to want to introduce yourselves, let me know where you're joining from, whether you're a parent or a student. You can write it up in the comments and let me know so we can get this presentation started. And I would also like to encourage you to follow us in all of our social media channels and platforms. Our name is Best College Aid USA on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So if you want to follow us there, you can. Additionally, I would like to let you know, if you are interested in joining Best College Aid and becoming a member, well, we do have a Halloween sale going on right now. So if you're interested in joining Best College Aid and becoming a member, I would like to encourage you or let you know that starting today, our Halloween sale is live, and you could become a member of Best College Aid and have access to all the amazing benefits inside our membership if you do decide to take advantage of this amazing discount. The link to the Halloween sale is in this video's description, so don't forget to check it out and take advantage of our sale so that you can become a Best College Aid member. Now, as I mentioned, today we're talking about the new FAFSA, how to fill it out, what are some important things that you need to know going into this, maybe not November, going into the month of December, which is when this form is going to be available. Everything you need to know before the form goes live and before parents and students can start completing this form, right? So why don't we go ahead and get started? I would like to let you know, before I get into the more specific details and information, I want to urge you to not leave money on the table. Don't leave any money behind. So an NCAN report on 2022 reported that $3.6 billion in Pell Grants went unclaimed in 2022. So $3.6 billion were left behind. And this was in Pell Grants, which is a grant, a federal grant that can be received when completing the FAFSA. So in 2022, because either people did not complete the FAFSA, they said, oh no, I don't qualify for this financial aid. I don't qualify for it. My family makes too much money. I don't even want to bother to fill it out. Or maybe because they completed it and they made a couple of mistakes on the form, which is a reason that this can also cause not receiving these Pell Grants. Whatever the reason may be, there was a lot of money left behind. As a matter of fact, $3.6 billion. So you don't want to leave any money on the table. You want to take advantage of all the resources, of all the available possibilities of receiving financial aid and scholarships. So if you are a US citizen, resident, or an eligible non-US citizen, so if you are eligible to complete the FAFSA, always fill it out. There are so many people that unfortunately, due to their, immigration status, they don't qualify. They're not able to fill out this form. So if you're able to fill it out, even if you don't qualify for federal aid, this form can be used and is used to award institutional aid and some state scholarships. So it's important that you and your student fill it out, okay? Alrighty, which leads me to my next point. The new FAFSA, and this is the Spanish slide, so let me just change it to the English one. Alrighty, let's see, does that work? Interesting. Let me try to share it. I don't know why that was in Spanish. We just did our live stream in Spanish, so let me just, give me 1 second. All right, so the new FAFSA tutorial for Best College Aid, members, one of the benefits inside of our membership is that we have tutorials, how to fill out the FAFSA, how to fill out the CSS profile, how to write a great college essay. So for our members inside of Best College Aid, we will be updating and we will be creating a new tutorial on how to fill out this new FAFSA form. It will go live on the week of December 23rd, which is when the FAFSA form is available. And this tutorial is going to cover how to complete the FAFSA, both the parent and student section, the strategies to maximize aid and scholarships, how to transfer data from the IRS to the FAFSA, and how to access support. And you will get access to support and questions as you are filling out this form. So that is going to be available once the FAFSA form is available, right? So stay tuned for that. Now, let's talk about the FAFSA sections, the sections that will be included inside this year's new FAFSA form. So there's 5 sections, and this is for just the student section. So inside the student section, there's going to be 5 sections. Section number 1 is going to consist of personal circumstances. It's going to be requiring information from the students, personal circumstances, whether they're an only child. I don't know if that's specific the question, but there's just going to be more personal questions. The second section of the student section is going to be the demographics, the students' demographics. The third section is going to be the finances, right? It's going to ask you about the students' finances. The fourth question is going to ask which colleges or universities the student plans to attend to apply to. And then the fifth section is going to be the signature. That should not be completed until the student and the parents make sure that that information that is shared, that is filled out throughout that application, that all the information, all the numbers, all the data that's provided is correct, okay? So it's important to keep that in mind and to make sure that all the information that's being provided is completed correctly. All right, so the next section, the other section inside the FAFSA is going to be the parent section. And this has 3 subsections. So that's going to be the parents' demographics. Section number 2 is going to consist of the parents' financials. So the financial information, which is going to be a very, very important section. So I urge all of you to pay a lot of attention with the whole entire form, but the financial aid section, it's also going to be important. And the great thing is that one of the big changes this year is the access to the IRS data retrieval tool. And parents are going to be able to transfer information from the IRS data, from their personal IRS website, information that was provided from their personal tax information. It's going to be able to be transferred into the FAFSA. So there should not be any mistakes. So that's one of the biggest changes and something really, really, really nice that's going to help avoid those big mistakes that unfortunately some people have made in the past because they are looking at their papers, looking at another screen with their tax information and trying to fill it out, trying to complete it. And that's unfortunately how a lot of mistakes are made. So fortunately and hopefully this new implementation is going to help avoid a lot of the errors that unfortunately have happened in the past. So the second section is finances, and the third subsection inside the parent section of the new FAFSA is going to be the signature. Again, should not be signed and sealed and delivered until the parent and the students are 100% sure that the information that was provided was correct, and that everything that they wrote, that they typed in, is accurate, because you want to avoid mistakes. Because unfortunately, a lot of the time when students don't qualify or they don't receive financial aid, federal grants, it could be because they unfortunately made a mistake on this form. So you want to be careful. Now, this is a PSA or a message for maybe parents or students who didn't know that the new FAFSA opened in December, because if you go to the studentaid.gov website right now, it's going to give you the option to file the 2024-2025 FAFSA form. So if you accidentally filled out the FAFSA 2023-2022 FAFSA form, don't worry, you can sign into your studentaid.gov platform, your account. Just make sure that your email is up to date, that your FSA ID is up to date, and that everything is working. And once the application opens on December 23rd, you can complete the 2024-2025 FAFSA form. So don't worry if you accidentally submitted or already submitted the 2023-2024. If your student is a senior right now and is planning to go to college next year, they need to fill out the FAFSA form that's going to open in December 23rd, okay? So just wanted to clarify that. Alrighty. Now, I do want to talk about the CSS profile, because this is another financial aid form that a lot of colleges do require, and a lot of oftentimes people don't even know what the CSS profile is or how it works. So let me just break it down for you. All colleges that award financial aid and scholarships will require the FAFSA. Need students to fill out the FAFSA, right? But only about 400 colleges, universities, and some private scholarship programs use the CSS profile. So what does that mean? So there's around 400 colleges and universities that in their application, besides requiring the FAFSA, they're going to require students to submit the CSS profile to award institutional scholarships. So it's important that students are familiar and are aware of whether or not the colleges on their list, the schools that they're going to be applying to, require these forms, okay? So if you have any students, if you're a student watching this, a senior who's applying to schools, make sure that that is checked and covered. And as a matter of fact, the CSS profile, unlike this year's FAFSA, it opened October 1st. So it's already available for students to complete. Make sure to check which universities require it. And the CSS profile every year, it awards more than $10 billion in scholarships. So it's a great way for students to have a chance of receiving institutional aid and scholarships, because usually the schools that require the CSS profile use this extra form, this financial aid form, to award institutional scholarships. So you don't want to miss the chance to receive those, right? So inside of Best College Aid, we actually, we've always had a tutorial, step-by-step tutorials on how to fill out the FAFSA, how to fill out the CSS profile. But recently we did update it. Francisco filmed a completely new CSS profile tutorial, how to complete the CSS profile, how to maximize Aiden scholarships, how to fill it out correctly. And then inside of this tutorial, there's also access to support and questions for our members. So that is a new updated resource that we have for our members. And then, as I mentioned, for the FAFSA form, once the new form is available, we will be doing a step-by-step tutorial for parents and for students so that they can fill it out correctly. So make sure that if you are a member or if you're interested in becoming a member, just wanted to share with you that that is going to be available. And that's just one of the many resources that we have inside of Best College Aid. We have step-by-step video tutorials on how to fill out these financial aid forms, how to create a great college list, how to write a great college essay, supplemental essays. We have even tutorials if your students are on the younger side. All the information, all of our guidance starts from when the student is in middle school. We have a mini course on life in middle school, how to prepare for high school, what to do in middle school to prepare for high school and college, what to do each year of high school, freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year, how to organize all those 4 years to maximize the odds of getting accepted and receiving scholarships at a great college. So all that and many, many more benefits, like our weekly private Zoom sessions for just our members, where we sit down in front of the camera and we have a Zoom call with our members where they ask us questions and we answer live privately just for our members. So only people who are part of Best College Aid get access to this private link and get access to our services, to our time and our knowledge through a private Zoom call. This is another great benefit that we have for Best College Aid members. So if you're interested in having access to this for life, because it is a lifetime membership. So if you have kids who, maybe a couple of kids, one's in 9th grade, one's in 12th grade, or maybe spread out, scattered throughout maybe middle school and high school. If you're interested, everybody in your family will get access to our guidance, to our help, guidance to all of our resources for life. And I'm letting you know about this because we do have a Halloween sale going on right now, 50% off for you to join Best College Aid and get access to our family lifetime membership. And it would be a one-time payment of $497 or 3 monthly payments of $197 for you to get access to Best College Aid for life. So if you are interested, make sure that you take advantage of this discount, this sale. The link to this discount is in this video's description. So if you want to have access to that, make sure to take advantage of it. Alrighty. So those were the changes to the new FAFSA form. I hope that information helped you. If you have any questions, I do take a little bit of time at the end to answer some of your questions. And I did see Francisco is in the chat, monitoring the chat and saying hello to you all. Lilia saying hello. So make sure that if you have any questions, I will take a couple of minutes to answer them. If not, no worries. I know that there was a lot of information in this presentation, but I hope you were able to enjoy it and you were able to learn something from it. I do encourage you to follow us in all of our social media channels, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, so that you stay up to date with all of the information that we post there. And as well, we do go live on Instagram and on TikTok on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So tomorrow, Francisco will be live giving you guys a presentation through Instagram and TikTok. So if you want to follow us there so that you get access to those, that content that we post on those platforms, feel free to follow us. Feel free to subscribe, to share this information with somebody who might need it, because it would really help us all out. All right, I don't see any questions, so why don't we go ahead and finish this live now, early, because I guess the information was really, really good. So if you want to share with anybody, just, you can share it. It's here on YouTube. It's going to stay here on Facebook. So it's available to you whenever you need it. And well, thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Laura Cantu. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation on how to fill out the new FAFSA form, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you later.